All right. Think I think it's back. All right. I think it's back. Well, damn, that kind of sucks. I think the stream's back. Hopefully someone will be back in a second, can confirm that for me. Do I not have virtual desktop running on this computer? I do not. Didn't start up for some reason. Do I need to reload my chat? I don't know if anybody's back in the stream or not. Oh, let me refresh my page real quick. Oh yeah, my chat kind of disconnected all weird when I did that. Okay. Yeah, I am back. It was weird. I had all of a sudden my Quest disconnected. I had an error pop up that Steam VR stopped functioning correctly. And then all of a sudden I looked over at the chat and saw you guys were talking about how the stream cut out. I was like, oh, that was interesting. I might have to go grab my index. The only reason I'm that I wasn't using my index at the moment is because my cable started dying. So I was going to try. It just cut out. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab my index because I know because my Quest cut out as well at the same time, and it just caused a whole bunch of issues. Yes. Oh, virtual desktop had a large update, looks like. I might have to go grab my index here in a second. Because like my whole Quest, it just stopped functioning as well. I just had like this is going to be the real challenge. Exactly. This is part of the reason I like using the index better than the Quest. When the Quest disconnects, you start having all sorts of weird issues that just kind of makes the whole development a lot slower. So it's part of the reason I prefer using an index over Quest, at least for the development portion. Give me 1 second. Let me go grab my index. Okay. Got the index. I'll have to be careful. My cable started dying. I'm supposed to get a replacement next week, but my cable has started dying, so I've started getting to the point where I get like red, green, and blue pixels flashing all across the screen. It's really annoying, to be honest. I'm just gonna put this on the ground over here for now. I need more space on this desk. Oh, all my base stations are booting up. I want to crush my glasses. There we go. Okay. I think... Yeah, I'm having the pixels flashing all over the screen again. The other thing too, I don't think I've ever tried streaming for quite this long, like an 8-hour stream. So this is also going to be a great test to see how long I can stream for before my computer starts dying on me. Be very interesting. Did my audio stop functioning? Oh, wait. No? No, like my headphone audio, like I can't hear the music anymore. Dude, like 30 minutes in, I'm already starting to have troubles here. Let me see here. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. Hold on. I have like these weird audio devices that just randomly appear in my sound and take over, and they don't lead to anywhere, which drives me crazy. I don't know what they're meant to be connected to. Yeah, it's coming out my headset now. Oh well. Gravity gun for 5.1. I will look into that. I actually have not played with 5.1 a whole lot yet. I have it downloaded, but I've just been doing so many projects still in 5.0. Not a lot of people have updated to 5.1 yet. Does 5.1 have a lot of updates or anything like that, opposed to 5.0 and all that? Hello, Peculia. I hope I said that correctly. I think I said that correctly. I'm sorry if I mispronounce usernames and stuff like that, by the way. It's not intentional. Just so you're aware. There we go. All right. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Cool. All right. Okay. Now I need to get the bow and arrow functioning. I'm going to focus on the string real quick, just so we can make sure this works. So let's see. Let's do it this way real quick. Get player pawn. Get component components. Just real quick for testing. Motion controller. Components for each. Actually, you know what? This is going to be way too much work. Player pawn. Cast to VR pawn. Why can't I cast to the VR pawn? It's right here. How did you get that custom pin link? Are you asking me or are you asking someone else in chat? Why is the VR pawn not coming up? Custom pin line. Which pin line are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about like these? It's the electronic nodes plugin. Yeah, you can find it on the Unreal Marketplace. Yeah, I think there should be links, if I recall, to so weird. Why can I not get this? There should be a link to it in the description, if I recall. I think I have a link to it in most, if not all, my videos. There it goes. That's so weird. That would not let me cast. I was doing this on the arrow. No, I had these backwards. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Arrow actual. Let me rename these real quick. Bow arrow. There we go. Get right motion controller. And then using that, you grab both of these and both of these. Let's see. Set end point. Ooh. And position, not end point. Set end position. Assuming that this works correctly, this should follow correctly. Get world location. I'll also need to set the tangents probably just to make it look a little nicer as well. If you should learn C++ for VR dev. Have you ever used it in your work? I've used it. I haven't used it in quite a long time. Honestly, a lot of stuff is a lot of things are just like work just fine in Blueprint. The only two reasons that I could see for wanting to use C++ over Blueprint is, if I recall, I think C++ tends to be just a little bit more efficient than Blueprint code. Like very, very small. Like it's almost unnoticeable. If I recall, the only other reason is I know sometimes there are things, like especially if you're using like other assets, where you may not be able to access it in Blueprint and it has to be accessed in C++. So technically you don't have to. I would recommend it if you have the time and you really want to do that, but I don't really think it's necessary to learn C++. For the gravity gun tutorial, I can't seem to drop my object without dropping my gun. I don't have the event trigger release node in 5.1. Is there a workaround? The event trigger. Are you talking about the input action trigger released? Is that what you're talking about for the event trigger released? Save. That's kind of weird. If you don't have the input action trigger released, did they break Unreal Engine 5.1? You, for all input actions, you should have a press and released. Unless they're making some drastic changes to the way Unreal Engine works. Oh, did my headset just disconnect? Oh, it did. Oh, damn it. Yeah, the input action should have a pressed and released for all input actions. Input actions should always have a press and release, and the input axis should always have an execution node, and it should have a... I hope this reboots correctly. And it should also have an axis value. That's the way all input actions and input axis. I don't know what the correct word for like a plural of axis is. Would that be considered axis? Or axi? Axises? That doesn't sound right. I have to look this up now. What is the plural of axis? Plural of axis. Yeah, I was worried about this. I'm gonna be so happy once I actually get my replacement cable for this damn headset. I've had to resort to doing like the old cartridge trick. Sounds ridiculous, but it does work like half the time. I'm not even joking. Like the weird little, like the old like blow in the ports, like the old cartridge trick does actually sometimes work when the cable's going bad. Oh yeah, no problem. I've heard from like a lot of people who come from more of an art design background that it can be a little bit trickier trying to figure out the blueprints and things like that. But hold on. Let's try this now. Reset. I'm gonna be really upset if this does not work. The only other headset that I have is the Vive Focus, but the problem is if I do the Vive Focus, it has like this weird issue where when it stops connecting, like it goes to sleep when you don't have it on your head. So I'm using Moonlight in order to see like my actual desktop, and when the Vive Focus stops streaming from the headset and it goes to sleep, Moonlight starts going at like 1 FPS, like all of a sudden, and I don't know why. It's like just the weirdest thing. And it happens every time. Hello, Obi-John Kenobi. Hello there. Why am I not using 5.1? I just haven't done anything in 5.1 yet. I mean, 5.1 also hasn't been around for a super long time. I think it only came out, maybe a month ago, if that. So it's just I haven't had a chance to play around with it a lot yet. There's not really any other reason other than that. I am definitely planning on playing around with it a little bit more thoroughly this weekend, and then seeing if I can update my template project to 5.1. Because the thing too is for like all my tutorials and stuff, in order to make things a little bit easier when I'm doing tutorials, I have like a template. I have like a template project that I use, and so every time there's an update, I usually have to do just a little bit of checking around and see if I need to like re-import assets or if I just need to kind of do anything to bring up that template project. I didn't even start this. I just hit close. Nanite and Lumen is amazing in VR. Oh, is Nanite and Lumen actually working in VR now with 5.1? 5.1 Nanite Lumen VR. It is. Oh, you are correct. Oh, thank God. That's going to be amazing. You got Nanite working in VR? It was working before. It just wasn't working very well from what I understand. Oh, in 5.1? Yeah. Why does this keep starting? I'm just hitting close. I might have to go back to using the Oculus. I don't think I can get this to work right now. All right, screw it. I'm just gonna disconnect this. Let me try with the Quest again. See if I can get this working. This is really gonna be a pain. The Quixel assets are absolutely insane. Nice. I would like to eventually. I don't know if it's something I'd be able to do right now. I would like to start doing like performance tests, especially with like Nanite Lumen, and seeing how like getting like a template map that you can go through in VR just to get like what the difference is between like Nanite Lumen and or I guess using Nanite, not using Nanite, and things like that. Will you be able to share the project files when the stream is over? I'll see. I didn't think that far ahead. So the only thing that I was thinking at the moment is I'm thinking about maybe putting like the final project on like itch.io or something like that. Not for like any charge or anything like that. Like just something for free for the time being. That was my thought at the moment. I don't know if that's actually I don't know how well this is going to go as well, so I'm not really sure, I suppose. I will see about putting the project files out. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that connected. Launch Steam VR. I'm hoping virtual desktop will work a little better too. I tend to have a lot better luck with virtual desktop, if I'm honest. Keep it awake. Put tape over the sensor. That's the only way that I know of. It doesn't look great, but that's like the only way that I know of to keep the headset awake. Yeah. It doesn't look great, especially if you're using like duct tape or something like that, but like that's the only way that I know of to keep the headset open. I think if you're using like Steam wired headsets, there's an option in Steam VR to keep the headset awake. But if you're using anything Oculus, I don't think there's that option. Yeah, I think only Steam may have a setting for that. I'm not 100% sure. Got a stable 72 FPS on your Quest 1. Oh, really? Man, I haven't even used my Quest 1 in quite a while. I still have my Quest 1, too. Arrow. Oh, wait, did I put the arrow out? Wait. I did put the arrow out. That's why. That could very well be why. Yeah, that's pretty good. Honestly, Nanite is going to make a huge deal, especially for like these standalone VR headsets. Because now we can do so much more with it. Set end position. Yeah, I think I may need to update this to a relative. Okay. Get relative. World to relative. There's a way to do it. I'm trying to remember what it is. To relative transform. Here we go. Make relative transform. There's also another one. Transform. Convert transform to relative. Here we go. Let's see. We can take, let's try this. Get world transform. Okay, we could take this transform, and then we could get actor transform. We're gonna try this and see if this works. It occurs to me I've not done like this kind. I know I've done a tutorial on this bow stuff, but I've not done this in a very long time. Maybe, do I need to find a look at rotation? Oh. Okay, we can do this a different way. I got an idea. Hold on. Get world location. We get the world location of all these. Get world location. Fine, look at rotation. We go here. We do the same thing here. From start to target. That. Convert this to a forward vector. We get the distance. From here to here. We multiply. Here. Okay, let's see. This is for the bottom. So this one goes here. And this one goes here. Yeah, I'm sure it's possible. Probably not easy to do, but I'm sure it's possible. There we go. Got it. All right. So now we got the strings working. Work pretty nicely. All right. So we got the strings working. We got our bow in place. Let's go ahead. Where was that thing that Jandis had sent? Here it is. Okay, so this, actually I'm gonna pull it up on my computer here. Hold on. Okay, let's see if we can't get a bow asset in so that way I can actually see what this is gonna look like. Centstore.com/pages/free assets. Oh. I did not realize the music had stopped playing. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Hold on. Let me, real quick, get the music playing again. Man, you guys should have let me know that wasn't running. I can't even hear any music coming out anymore. I don't even know I'm still wearing this. Let's see here. Is it possible it's still like a nanite issue? Is that what you guys are thinking the noise issue is? Because I don't know who is saying it, but you are correct. It is still a preview version. It could be that they're still having issues. There we go. Shuffle. Repeat. There we go. All right. We got music playing again. Actually, is it playing correctly? Oh, that's why. Oh, hold on. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, hold on. Let me open up Discord over here. What the heck? Why is this? There we go. All right. Here's the ones that were sent to me by Jandis. Okay, so this one is one that I can definitely use. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, are there any others that are usable here? Well, I'll leave that open in the background for now. I just pulled that page open and closed. Ah, dang it. Hold on. Okay, so they're all FBXs. Cool. Yeah, it might not let me. Let me do this then. It's fine. God, I'm already making a mess of this project, and I haven't even been going on for very long. All right, already an hour in. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna show it anyways. I got 6 hours and 52 minutes left. I don't know if you guys can see that very clearly in the camera or not. So this one, so we're following. I'd used a little randomizer for this game. So what came through was the environment should be a city, the goal should be capture, genre simulation, the rules should be bounce off wall, and the wild card is fairy tale. So I don't know if you cut all that, but anyways, the idea that I'm going for is it's going to be a bow and arrow style game, and it's going to be in like a medieval Matrix simulation. So the idea that I have in my mind is enemies from other time periods are going to start leaking in, and your job is going to be to find where they're leaking in from. Find that point, and you kind of have to hold it down for maybe like 20 seconds or something like that, or 60 seconds. I don't know how long it'll be, in order to stop the enemies from leaking in. And that's kind of the idea that I'm having right now. I'm thinking too, I might even add it in so the arrows can do like weird special things, like maybe they can bounce off walls, or you know, maybe they can like maybe there's like special explosive arrows, or maybe there's like a crossbow that works like a machine gun or something, like some weird, like all of a sudden things are just like merging between different time periods or something like that. That's kind of the thought, at least. We'll see how far along I get. Yeah, for right now, I'm mostly focused on the bow and arrow because that's like the main thing. So bow and arrow and the AI, I think, are going to be like the two most challenging things. If I can get those two down and get the environment in, then the only thing that's left is to just create a bunch of different arrows that just do random things. So I'm just trying to keep in mind, trying to keep it, I guess in a sense, modular. So that way it's a little bit... So that way I can easily make all these additions if I need to. All right. New folder. Meshes. Okay. Go move that there. I mean, I'm not promising it's going to have smooth FPS. I'm just saying that right now. I'm going to aim to get a pretty solid FPS. I'm not going to promise anything in 8 hours. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is cool. There's like a bunch of different bows and stuff. Let's go for like a standard bow of some kind. Okay, so we got this one. Oh, it's got the arrow in, or it's got the string on it. That might be a problem. All right, Foxtrot, you have a good one, all right? Hopefully I'll see you back here later. Let's see, the arrow shouldn't be too much of a problem. That's just a skeletal mesh. I don't think there'll be any issue with that. Okay, so I just need to swap this out for a skeletal mesh. Oh, I forgot I could do that. Oh, hold on. Let's do... Actually, I'll leave it like that, so that way I can rotate around if I need to. And actually, I might even need to pull that forward a little bit. Okay. Let's do this for now with the bow. I'm just going to use this. Actually, there's a way. Bye, Game Day Electronics. You have a good one too. Skeletal. I think there may actually be a way I can modify some of this. Okay. Hold on. I need to make this window larger. I'm having trouble seeing exactly what I'm doing. Oh yeah, skeletal meshes are a little weird sometimes. -13. You can convert skeletal meshes to meshes if it's not necessary. I'm probably going to end up doing that with this, because I am probably not going to need. Since I'm using just these spline meshes, I probably don't need a skeletal mesh. Oh, is it larger than that? Oh. I was reading that completely wrong. Okay. Yeah, only if it doesn't move. Yeah, if it's something that's not moving, you really don't need a skeletal mesh. Oh, it's when a monster attacks? Yeah, then in that case, yeah, you do kind of need a skeletal mesh then, I suppose. So 65 and 12 negative 12.5. 5 negative 12.5. There we go. Okay, let me disconnect this for a second. Custom event, return string. Okay, so I'm gonna need this. I'm going to need these, and then I'm also going to need these, that, and these. Actually, I'm doing this in like the most confusing way possible. Hold on. I'm doing this in like I don't even need all this. I just need to know where the origin point is. So end position. Five, 0. Yeah, so just -65 for that one. That one's going to be for the top. -65. File save. Viewport. And then for this one probably needs to be something similar. 65, 0. So that's for returning it. And then I also am still going to need trying to click on nothing. There we go. And that looks pretty good. I'm wondering if I need to set the tangents as well. It would make it look just a little bit better if I do, but I don't know if it's necessary. Okay. I'm sure it's fine. Then I also need a grab component here as well. Make sure that's around the grip. It is. And that's going to be a snap. Okay, so that's going to be for the follow. Custom event follow. Okay, actually I'm going to skip over that part, and then instead we're going to have a motion controller input. Controller motion controller component object. That's going to come down here into that, and then that can go, and that can go. Not going to be the prettiest code in the world, but it will be functional at least. Okay, so there we go. There's our bow. Okay, then we also got our arrow. Reference arrow. Let's convert this to validated get. If it's not valid, we're just going to actually, if it is valid, we're going to continue, and then if it's not valid, spawn actor from class arrow. It's going to go in there. I'll have to control around the arrow as well, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do that at the end here. I'm just gonna split that struct pin. Set arrow. Cool. That should be good there. Actually, I could probably simplify this down a bit, given that I'm already checking to see if it is valid over here. So we could do this at the beginning. Location. Ooh. Set world location. Actor location, set actor location. There we go. Let's see. location from there, and come on, get actor location. That's gonna go into the target. Settings. Hold on. So if we're doing it this way. Should we be doing it for the grip or the trigger when you pull it back? I feel like grip might feel a little bit more natural. I've only shot like a bow and arrow once or twice in my life. so I'm like trying to recall. Because I think you usually use both your index and your middle finger. Which is actually kind of tied to both fingers. Because you got the trigger on the trigger button and the grip is usually where your middle finger is. I actually don't know though if I shot it like the technically correct way either though. I'll do the grip because I have an idea. For right now, I'm just going to have the arrow spawn in. But what I can do later on is I can have it so that way we have like multiple quivers. Maybe on like your back. No, because back is you're gonna struggle to see. So it would probably have to be like on your chest somewhere or something for the quivers. Because then you could have multiple quivers, slide them up. Grab whichever one you want, slide it up, and then pull it back. We could even go like grip, and then once it's close, you have to do trigger. Does it? Is that what I was doing? Hold on. Oh, I was. Well, no. So the thing is, right? So part of the reason I do it that way is I don't know why. For me, I like having it at like I'll usually go from like a side to an angle, you know. If I'm complete, yeah. So I don't know why. I feel like it makes a little bit more sense for me to shoot it from, or to me it makes it a little bit easier to shoot it from an angle. I have an easier time aiming it that way. What were the hands upside down? I think that is how they usually do it, right? Because I think it's usually like you have the string in between these two fingers and then the bow. Maybe I need to look up like actual people shooting bow and arrow. Can't get far enough back the other way. Yeah, I guess you could get maybe a little bit further back. The other thing too is you see in a lot of movies, like usually your hand is like this, but I think I've seen like a lot of professionals will say no, like you're supposed to have your hand like this or something like that. I think. Let's do a quick search. Hold on. I'm gonna do a quick 10-second search here. Hold on. Proper way to shoot a bow. Yeah, I've never shot. I'm building William Tell Simulator. I don't know who William Tell is. Yeah, see, this guy does have it so that way his hand's like a little bit more like this. Yeah, it's not a good angle. You can't see. See, this guy looks like it's the other way. Search William Tell. William Tell. can tell, here's Wikipedia. Is a folk hero of Switzerland. According to the legend, Tell was an expert mountain climber and marksman with a crossbow who assassinated Albrecht. Is that Gossier? I can't read that well enough. I can't tell if that's an O or an E. Tyrannical reeve of the Austrian dukes of the House of Habsburg. Oh, interesting. Really? Yeah, I've never seen this before. This is actually kind of interesting. I'm gonna keep that open so I can read that a little bit more later. Yeah, I guess you could kind of say like that. I'm trying to put it more like a medieval kind of era kind of thing. Yeah, dude. VR bows, like they're honestly, in my opinion, like one of the best like ranged weapons that you can have. Cause like they're like, to me it just feels like a lot more interactive, right? Right, like you can do a little bit, like there's a little bit more movement put into it. I feel like you can have like a lot more different weapons, or arrow tips and stuff like that. Just think it's kind of interesting. I mean, guns are still really cool. I play like a lot of VR shooters, but I always like the bow and arrow ones, cause it also makes you feel pretty cool too, you know, cause you're like running around like Hawkeye with a bow and arrow. Okay. Let's see here. Event tick. Oh, should I make like the Borderlands of bow and arrows? I could easily do that with this game. Like several different arrows. I could have like an arrow with a gun on the tip, and it just randomly shoots while it's going in the direction. I could easily make like the Borderlands of bow and arrow of like bow and arrow VR stuff out of this. There is also the stealth element to it. That is true as well. All right, what was I working on here? Oh yeah, I need to work on the grip stuff. Grab component, grabbed, dropped. Let's see. Primary grab, secondary grab, and these both need to be motion controller component. We got the primary grab, get that, secondary grab. Okay, so here's my thought. We're just going to keep this nice and simple. I don't want to overcomplicate this, especially because I'm trying to do this in 8 hours and I have like 6.5 left. So we're going to keep this nice and simple. I'm just going to have it validate get. Okay, if it's not valid, we're just going to set this as the primary. Get motion controller reference. That's going to become our primary. Okay. Let's validate get, and then if it is valid, we'll go on to this one. I mean, everybody only has 2 hands, so I don't think this is going to be a problem, but just in case. Compile, save. Okay, so with the primary grab, actually just occurred to me too. I need to check this because I might need to make a quick modification to the grab component. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. Attach component to component. Okay, we're gonna do custom then. Attach actor to component. There's that. Parent is going to be the motion controller. Snap. Snap. Keep worlds. Okay, and then we'll come up. To validate get. And then if this is, then we're going to follow. Go. Let's go and give this a shot now. This should allow me to just simply fire a bow and arrow, hopefully. There we go. Oh, this is very, very laggy. Why is this so laggy? Do I need to restart SteamVR real quick? I think I might have to. Like, this is just unbelievably laggy for some reason. I think SteamVR is having an issue. Oh, and that just crashed. Cool. All right, launch SteamVR. Close that down. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh, I forgot I could do that too. Hold on, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this just with the finger tracking. Actually, no, it can't see me hitting the middle button like that. Oh, that's unfortunate. That'd have been cool though. Okay. Oh, I forgot I don't have locomotion on yet. That's gonna have to be fixed at some point. Okay, so that's good. Why is that all the way over there? Okay, so yeah, that the arrow needs to be rotated. It looks like. So left 90 degrees on the arrow is what it looks like. The bow does need to be rotated as well. Forward 90 degrees and left. Right? Hold on. Forward and right 90 degrees. And then those need to be corrected. Are those being set in the world location? And then there's no release set. I can show the test as well. Actually, let me do this. Hold on. I can show the test without the cable, because that's also what's in the preview. But actually, if I opened up OBS Blade, I can show you guys whenever there's a test going on. OBS. There we go. I'll have to check it here in a sec, but yes. Connect. Cool. I'll leave that open. I can show you guys next time I test as well. Wired would be more reliable. I just don't have enough cable to reach between my computer and here. I'm also using virtual desktop, which doesn't use a cable. So I find it typically tends to work a little bit better than the Oculus Link, to be honest. Let's see. Arrow needs to be rotated 90 degrees. Okay, and then I wonder if I need to be setting the world location for this constantly. Because actually that might be what's causing this issue. Actually, is it not? Okay, yeah. This should at the very least be a pretty simple fix, I think. I just need a couple scene components. Top string origin. Bottom string origin. 65. Save event graph. Yeah, both starting to come out pretty nicely. I'm having it so that way the so now the arrow or the string is almost perfectly following, and the bow and the arrow is almost perfectly following as well. So we're getting real close. We're getting real close. Set world location. Set world location. Top string origin. Get world location. That'll go there. I think I'm having some weird issue with the spline component, so I'm having to manually set its world location. Set world location. Oh, not set world location. Get world location. Okay. And when that snaps, the bow also needs to be rotated as well. Okay, that's on. Grab. Set rotation. There we go. Okay, so let me see here. Hold on. Because it was like this. Was it's up and down. So it needs to be brought. I think that would be Y negative 90. And I think it also needs to be rotated a bit. So let's start with this. Let's do Y negative 90 and then Z 90 maybe. Actually, I'll leave the Z alone for now. Let's start with one axis at a time. And while I'm here, I need to check real quick. See, that's the try grab, try release. Yeah, the try release does not ask for the motion. Oh, does not ask for the motion controller, which is a bit of a problem. Motion controller ref. Yeah, that only gets sets on the try grab. So it does not get set on the try release. I could do a quick modification to it. That would work. We're gonna do that. Try release. Motion controller. Motion controller. Set motion controller ref. All right, I'll be right back real quick. Just gotta run out real quick. I will be right back. Oh, I've been muted this whole time. I did not realize that. I'm trying to get my headset reconnected. Steam VR just keeps on crashing here. It's part of this is probably the only reason I don't like the wireless stuff when I'm doing the development side of things. Okay, and then we hit that. Maybe I do need to like cover it up with some tape or something. So let's check. Let's check the bow's rotation when I'm grabbing it with one hand. Okay, yeah, I did the wrong axis. But that's looking pretty good. Look at that. If I can get it... Okay, and then that gets it to follow. Or that gets it to stop, so it goes back. Is the string falling? Oh, the string is not falling on correctly. Oh, why did it stop falling correctly? Hold on. So it looks like the top one, it looks like the rotation's inverted. That's what it kind of looks like to me. Or maybe just like one of the rotations are inverted. I also need to change this as well anyways. Oh, that's not releasing either. Oh, I forgot to add the detach. Okay, so I think I'm going to end up changing it anyways. That way when both hands are grabbing, the bow's kind of following along anyways. So I might need to change the way the string functions regardless. So let me go and delete that real quick because I don't need that in the scene. Come here, let me click on you. Okay, so we do that. So wrong axis here. So that one's the wrong one. It's got to be on the X then. So probably 90 or negative 90 there. Then over here, detach from component, self, and then everything needs to be kept as keep world. How much time do I have left? Oh, still 6 hours. I still got plenty of time. As long as I can get this bow going. Which there isn't too much more to this. I just need to get the bow to follow correctly when both hands are grabbing. So let's do this real quick. Set actor rotation. Actually, I'm curious. Let me check this because actually we might be able to do something a little different even. No, I can't. Never mind. Oh, wait, actually. Oh. Oh, this is actually great. I can use this. Oh, this will actually be awesome because then I don't need to use spline meshes. I can just use this. And that'll actually work a lot better because I can set bone locations in the world space. And then I just need to revert it back. Why can I not reset it? Here we go. Save. That'll actually be awesome. Okay, so we're going to change this. I'm going to remove these arrows, strings. Okay, so we don't need this. We don't need, actually we will need this part up here. This will actually work so much better. Do I have any others? I do. Set socket. Socket. Oh, am I going to have to do this as part of an animation blueprint? I think I am. I thought there was a... Oh, wait, no. I'm doing it wrong. That's why. Get anim... Set socket. No? Alright. Fine. This will at least be a pretty simple thing to do. Asset, animation, blueprints. Event graph. Let's add a variable motion controller. Component object, hit that. Convert to validate get. Location. Vector. We're gonna be mixing things up just a little bit. Location. Get world location. It's going to go there, there. If it's not valid, I'm going to set location. Skeleton. Copy that. Can I not paste it in? Dang, that kind of sucks. It's just on X, so that should be fine. Set bone socket transform there we go. Transform modify bone. Bowstring. Location goes in there. Compile, save. Actually, I could use a socket instead. Because I don't know if this is going to work. Because I need a world space. Place existing. A socket string default location. Damn. there no way I can change that? No, there's not. Okay, we'll do this then. We'll manually modify it. Bow. Events begin, play. Take this. Get anim instance. Cast to. Location. Set location. Socket transform, because then I can make sure it's getting it in world. I put it in the wrong spot. That was my bad. Is that the physics asset? No. Socket. Default string location. Perfect. Set bow rotation. Set actor rotation. Because it's going to be the second part. Let's see. Fine. Look at rotation. Location. There we go. Goes into start. There. All right. With this, hopefully everything will be working just fine, and the only thing that will need to happen is just minor tweaks to the rotation. Hopefully, if I did everything correctly. But first, SteamVR crashed again, which is great. Okay. Launch SteamVR. Let me do this real quick. Okay, so still wrong. Rotation. Okay, yeah. That's looking a lot better. Okay, so rotation. Still incorrect. How's this supposed to go? Yeah, it's still not detaching for some reason. Okay. So yeah, just rotation fix, and then I also need to... The other thing I need to adjust as well is I also... It looks like there's also some kind of weird issue with detaching, and it looks like the string was doing something funny. So let's see this. Let's see. Detach from actor. We can try this. Maybe I need to use detach from actor instead. Keep world. Save. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Now I'm wondering too if maybe Y is not what I need to modify. So I'm gonna try X and Z for that one. And then we also need to set actor relative. No. This needs to be combined. Hopefully this doesn't become too laggy. A little bit. There we go. So we grab. Oh. There we go. Yeah, it's still falling weird. Okay. So yeah, one of the rotations needs to be cut off. Up and down should stay. And then we'll tie left and right to the front hand itself. And then that one's just fine. So up down needs to be switched to a different axis, whatever rotation that is. Yeah. Okay. And I can let go of it now, which is good. I think that socket's in the wrong location. I wonder if that's what the issue is. You know, I think I'm just gonna do this because I think this might be just a simpler fix. Quite frankly, I am just about simple fixes right now. Scene components. Let's see, string origin. It's 12.5. 12 point. Yeah, we'll say 12.5. Get world location, and that's going to go in right there. Save, simple fix there. Then over here, I did not even pay attention to that. I really should have. Split. So if I had to assume, it's probably going to be Z is fine. And then I'm assuming either X into Y or Y into X. This bow is getting so close to done. It only took me about 2 hours to do too. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that needs to be rotated. Okay. So yeah, Z was just fine. So the bow needs to still tilt up and down. And it is also returning back to its original position as well, which is good. So close. Okay, so I'm also going to need to copy this as well when we return the string. So looks like maybe 90 on the Z, perhaps. I think we may be having a couple just very small issues with a few of these. String, compile, save. Let me break this. We will try Y into X. Unless it happens to be Z. It could be that Z is the broken one. Perfect. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Oh, it lost my controller. I was worried for a second. It just lost my controller. Okay. It is kind of weird. It looks like it's using some kind of weird looks like it's not releasing correctly. I think that may be an issue with the VR pawn though. I think it's not triggering on release correctly, which is fine. I can fix that. It won't be too big of an issue. I do, however, need to get the primary grab. Let's see here. And then here we get world rotation. And then one of these values will need to go in there. If I'm assuming it's probably going to be roll. Nope. If I can't get the rotation, I might just leave that. But let me try one more time. We'll try with the Z. Z on Y, compile, save, play. There we go. Oh, it kind of breaks that though too. Okay. I'll leave the Y alone for now, and we'll come back to that if there's a little bit of time at the end. All right. That should be fine. So we also need to come to here. We also need to work on the arrow. Shouldn't be too big a deal. Turn string. Get arrow. Check to see if it's valid first, of course. Okay, nothing needs to happen there. Custom event fire is what we'll call it. And then once that's done, we just run fire there. Right? And then we just set arrow to something else. Cool. Okay, so for this, get forward. Yep, broadcast is still going. We still have 5 hours and 41 minutes. I am almost all done with the bow. Once I'm done with the bow, then I'll move on to probably quick AI. The AI is going to be pretty simple. I think I'm just going to have one, maybe two versions that follow around the player and just kind of fire at them. Maybe I'll even have them so that way they just kind of are, so that way some of them just kind of charge and attack. And then once that's done, I just need to put together an environment. And then if there's still time at the end of that, I need to create a few different types of arrows. So I'm getting pretty close. This will be an interesting little one. I just need to figure this out. So this should be pretty simple. I think I'll just need to set simulate physics. You know, I'm going to keep this real simple. I am going to calculate arc, calculate projectile. There's a way. Predict projectile path. Here we go. Predict projectile path. I don't want the advanced one. Predict projectile path by object type. Okay, we'll say like 10. Yeah, you too. Take it easy as well. Let's just go with world static, because world static should only be the floor. Get actor location. And then probably forward vector. Get forward vector. Get forward. There. We multiply that by some float. Force is what we'll call it. Float. That goes into there. This goes into launch velocity. Actually, we'll leave that at 0. Compile, save. And then what we can do, let's see, follow path. Oh no, because this might just make things a little bit more difficult. Yeah, no, never mind. Set simulate physics. Oh, she just occurred to me. Is this movable? Looks like it is. Set simulate physics. Force. force. Get actor forward vector. And then we multiply that by this float. That goes into force. Set that to acceleration change. And hopefully that should work. So I guess that didn't end up working. Oh, that's why it's got no collision. We'll do overlap all dynamic. Custom, generate overlap events. Collision enabled. Also generate hit events as well. For some reason that keeps doing like a double click. Oh, that's why. Get distance. Distance between that. Get location. It's gonna go in there, and then this probably needs to be multiplied by like 100 or something like that. Oh. That was a minor mistake. try this one more time with the add force. Aha. Perfect. 5, 1, 2, 3. Increase that, and then let's also see. We are almost perfect with this. The only part to this, I'm not entirely sure if it's even possible to do without like coding something in. I wanted to see if I could find a way to get like the arrow to follow the arc. Because that's kind of the only problem I kind of see with that. That and the fact that whenever I grab with the left hand, I have to grab again to release, but it also triggers like a secondary grab for some reason. I think that may have something to do with the VR pawn, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll need to double check here in a second. Because I thought there was a way to get the rotation to kind of follow along in the motion. Maybe I have to leave it just for now. I am going to leave it for now. I'll leave it for now just because it's functional. And then what we'll do, because I need to do one more thing. I need to make sure that this can apply damage. On component begin overlap. Okay, we're going to get the other actor. We're going to apply damage. Okay, let's say like 10, maybe. I think I'm gonna need like some kind of blueprint interface to check and see if. For now, I'm going to leave it like this, and then we'll destroy the actor. This is just going to be what we do for now. Just keep it nice and simple. I'm not going to worry about trying to get to lodge into walls and things like that. We're just going to keep it nice and simple for now. Cool. So let's create an AI now. This is probably going to be the challenging part. Do I already have a nav mesh? I do. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to need a character. This is going to be for the AI. All right. So for this, let's just give this some kind of mesh so that we can see it. Let's give it, we'll give it this tutorial TPP one. It's just gonna be T-posing on me. Let me move that down a little bit. All right, compile, save, capsule. I want to make sure that this also generates overlap. Generates overlap. This generates hit, character mesh, good, compile, save. Cool, that should be all right. And then I don't think there's anything else that needs to happen to that. I think that should be just fine. And we're also going to need another blueprint class. We're going to need a controller, if I recall. Controller. No, what is it called? Am I back?